Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. First of all, an apology if my voice sounds weird or if I get croaky as I continue to record this voiceover. I do have a cough and it's probably just a nasty cold. I would describe it as. I've actually done a COVID test and I don't have the spicy cough. It's just a regular cough. So yeah, my voice might be a bit raspy. So apologies in advance. So to start us off, I actually attempted and succeeded, I think, in writing my very first haiku about today's video. So here is Middle-Aged Geek Girl's first ever haiku. It's WIP and chat time. What will Sally do today? Yay, Wonder Woman. So, as the haiku stated, this video is me working on a Dotz diamond painting kit of Wonder Woman. Now this is just a tiny one. It's 28 by 28 centimeters and all of that is not to be covered in drills, but it comes sort of as a pre-framed kit so you can hang it straight on a wall. But in my case, I will be cutting off the frame part and making it flat so I can put it in my display books. So as I do this voiceover, that will be what I'm working on in the background. Now I'm working on Wonder Woman as she is the only DC character I actually like. I know Harley Quinn is also extremely popular for DC fans, but I have a real problem with Harley Quinn's original origin story, and I know they're doing a lot of retconning now to make her a more feminist and empowered woman, and I appreciate that because I love Margot Robbie's portrayal of her in Birds of Prey and also The Suicide Squad. But I think Margot Robbie does a great job of it, but I still have a very, very uncomfortable relationship with Harley Quinn because of it. Anyway, it is Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman herself is problematic. I hate the entire she fell in love with the first man she ever saw and that was it for forever, and she's 70 years later still pining for the same man. I mean, that I have a problem with as well. But I've always loved Wonder Woman since I was a little kid. It was the first sort of superhero TV show, besides Batman, but first superhero TV show I really watched a lot that was female-led, and because that's Linda Carter Wonder Woman days, where I'm sure a lot of the adults watched it across the world to see if she'd ever pop out of her top, or us girls, we loved it because she was a kick-ass female. While we're on the topic of superheroes, Terry dragged me to the cinema to see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It was visually great. I do love Marvel. I love Marvel a lot more than I love DC. But I think I'm actually starting to get a little bit of superhero burnout. Because, if it's not the movies, it's the TV shows you've got to watch. And in the case of Doctor Strange, I'm definitely not going to give away any spoilers. But I think it helps if you have seen WandaVision and What If. And you can only see those two shows if you have a Disney Plus subscription. Or I should say you can only see those two shows legally if you have a Disney Plus subscription. And so because Marvel is owned by Disney now, and we all know my love-hate relationship with Disney, it feels like it's becoming a bit of the equivalent to loot boxes in gaming. Like you need to pay all this extra money to get the full backstory so that you understand what's going on in the big blockbuster Marvel movie they release. I also watched Moon Knight because Terry told me to watch Moon Knight, and I know nothing of the Moon Knight character. I know nothing about it at all. I liked it. I liked the show because it covered a lot of Egyptian gods and mythology and Egyptian-y things in it, or ancient Egyptian-y things in it. So I enjoyed it from that aspect. But again, I know nothing of Moon Knight, and I don't know if there's just an arrogance about both Marvel and DC that everybody is growing up being a complete fanboy or fangirl or nerd and geek about their stuff, that they know every aspect of the universe, and if they don't, well, bad luck, we're just going to ram it down their throat with a movie anyway. whilst in the cinema to see Doctor Strange, they had previews, the one for Jurassic Park Dominion, and I was more excited about that, especially in the trailer where you see the dinosaur with feathers. So that was my big squee moment. I've been a dinosaur geek since I was a kid too, not big on the superhero stuff. So yeah, anyway, that was my rant about Marvel and DC. So I think I very much had to do a superhero diamond painting when I got home from seeing Doctor Strange, and the only one I have available is Wonder Woman. So here she is, and it's a small kit. So some quick health updates. Apart from me having whatever this lurgy is currently, I have been diagnosed with arthritis in my right foot, which is a huge pain, literally and figuratively, because I drive with my right foot. In Australia, we drive with our right foot. That's where all our pedals are. So yeah, it's made driving a bit painful and walking extremely slow. And of course, you need to walk to exercise to lose weight. So that's not happening. I mean, I'm not going to pretend I was exercising before this diagnosis, but it's a lot worse now that I can't exercise. I'm trying to find low impact exercises to do. I bought one of those pedal machines that are like an exercise bike thing, but you can do them sitting on your own chair. So that would be good. Hopefully that's fairly low impact. So I'll have to get that started on that soon. It's just finding the time to be doing that sort of thing without doing something else at the same time. I mean, I guess I could be pedaling whilst working on my computer. Definitely be pedaling while I watch TV, but when I watch TV, I like to colour or diamond paint or cross stitch at the same time. So I don't think I'll be able to do those things and pedal at the same time. So it's just this weird thing I have about having to have my hands occupied at the same time. I get so bored so quickly if I'm just sitting on the couch watching television, and that's when I go and comfort eat. And so, of course, that puts on weight as well. So that's why I took to doing the craft whilst watching television. But then you have to make sure you're watching the type of television or movies that don't take too much concentration because you're doing the hand stuff as well. If I'm watching a lot of the Korean horror shows, there's some brilliant stuff comes out of Korea. Definitely need to be concentrating on those, so I can't do anything else whilst I'm watching them. And Netflix, thank goodness, has a lot of true crime documentaries, which I love. So I'm churning through them at an alarming rate. But back on the health thing, it's so true when they say getting old is not for wimps, because my God, I'm falling apart as each month goes by. I think at the last count I have roughly 7 ailments, and like medically diagnosed ailments. That's too many. I'm only 48. I shouldn't have that many, but I don't come from strong genes apparently. It's becoming more evident the closer I get to 50. Alrighty, just talking about the channel for a bit. I put up some recent polls on the community tab on my channel's page, and the results been quite good. The first one I put up was what order do you do projects in? Any project, any sort of crafty project you do for like diamond painting or cross stitch or colouring books, whatever. The 2 choices were in whatever order you feel like it, or in order of you purchasing them. Now I want to do them in order I purchased them in, because otherwise I will lose track of the stuff I got earlier if I keep getting excited by the new stuff to get in. But I seem to be a very big outlier on that one, as 100% of the people who responded to the poll said that they do them in what order grabs them. And I thought there'd be more people like me out there that actually want to do them in order. But there could be a medical reason for that, because I have actually also just been recently diagnosed with ADHD. That took a long time in diagnosing, because you have to go through a lot of steps before it's recognised. And also being a female, it's trickier and not as evident. Females tend to mask a lot better with ADHD, so it's not picked up early, and we can be diagnosed with other mental illnesses that are eventually recognized to be actually ADHD. So it's a very new diagnosis for me. It explains a lot, especially explains a lot around my channel as to why I don't stick to one hobby or topic on the channel. Like when I first started my channel, I was originally wanting to do gaming, and then being a female, I know there's a lot of talk about being a female in this one, and sorry for that, I didn't start off with that being the message, but things are different for females. So anyway, as I was saying, being a female in the gaming community and an older female in the gaming community, there's a lot of assholes out there, trolls, incels, whatever you want to call them, that aren't kind to females at all. So I turned off that idea very quickly, and then I was going to be a general craft channel. That started getting me a bit of traction, but I didn't get really any traction on the channel till I added diamond painting. And then again, more traction, and the most recent traction I've got is from adult colouring. So that's why I'm sort of anything crafting, I'm just embracing into my whole brand. I'm not going to distinctly be just diamond painting or just adult colouring or just cross stitch or even resin. Even my puzzles and kits and stuff like that I like to do. It's going to be all on my channel, and it gets done as I feel like getting it done, because that's how I also do my hobbies. Like I can game like there's no tomorrow for 6 months straight, and then get bored with it, and I can be halfway through a game when that sort of disinterest hits. That hits very often. Same with colouring, same with cross-stitch, same with diamond painting. So I am trying to do the bit of advice I have received so far since my diagnosis, and that is to try and limit what I do to an hour or 45 minutes at a time. So if I want to colour at 45 minutes, then have a break from it. And if I feel like doing another 45 minutes, do it. But if I don't, no biggie, put it down, do the next thing I feel like doing for 45 minutes. And it's helping getting colouring books done and some diamond paintings done. But that is basically where the channel's going to be at. It's going to be all over the place like my brain. So I've even diverted from what I was originally talking about, which was the recent polls I've done on my channel. So let's go back to that. And the other poll I put on there was the spooky stories. Yes or no, and a majority have, by a clear margin too, so it wasn't just a little bit of a majority, it was a big majority, have said they would like me to start doing that. So spooky stories will be coming to the channel eventually, hopefully in the not too distant future. I have to do some research and write some up, and I want to try and do them on the theme of whatever the cross stitch I'm doing is, the diamond painting or colouring page. I do cover a lot of weird cryptids and stuff on with my colouring, so it would work out, but I just have to work out how I want to go about that. But it will be coming, but it won't be coming every week. It might be just once a month I do it, but it will be something I look to introduce. So thank you everybody for participating in both those polls. I will pop up random polls every now and then when I think of something. The last community post I did add wasn't a poll, but it's just as a let everyone know out there, and I'll tell you here. Being an Australian, we are getting very close to winter. Winter for us is June to August, unless you're in the tropical parts of Australia. But the rest of us, it's June to August. And a lot of hashtags or do-along type things for any sort of craft is based in Northern Hemisphere places, and of course Australia is a Southern Hemisphere place. So I'm starting a hashtag that will run through from the 1st of June to the 31st of August, and it's hashtag South Hemi Winter 2022. So I'll pop it on screen as well so you know what I'm saying. And it's not just for colouring, it's for every sort of craft that you do or that you love to do. Pop that hashtag with a picture on Instagram, and what I will do is I'll grab that and do a compilation video at the end of each month to show everybody's winter crafting. Now my Instagram is M.A.G.G Designs 13, which is up here on screen as well. So if you tag me in the post, I'll be able to easily retrieve your image to be able to put in the compilation. If you don't have Instagram, or if you're unsure how to use it but would still like your image to appear in my video for the end of the month, each month, my contact email is on the About Me page of YouTube. Just hit me up there. Or if you do have an Instagram and you're not quite sure what to do, send me a message via Instagram and I'll try and help you out as best I can. Likewise, if you don't want to be on the video but you still want to participate, you can do that too. Just let me know that you don't want your photo included in the video. So this is where I do a call to arms to you, my viewers. I am almost at 1,000 subs at the time of recording this. I'm on 990 and I'm really excited about nearly being there. However, I won't be able to monetize yet because with YouTube you need 1,000 subscribers and also 4,000 watch hours. And I'm on about 2,600, 2,700 watch hours, so I'm way behind on watch hours. So let me know what you would be interested in watching. If you're new to my channel, or even if you've been a subscriber for a long time, I love audience engagement, so please let me know in the comments. If I can accommodate it, I certainly will try to accommodate reasonable requests. Like, I'm not going to smear myself in peanut butter and sing the Australian national anthem while standing in the middle of the Bourke Street Mall. That's going to take 1 million subscribers and then I'd still have to think about it. I should have said Vegemite, not peanut butter. How un-Australian of me. I love Vegemite too. But definitely not smearing myself with Vegemite. That shit stings. If you have never had Vegemite and if you've got a little cut on your lip or something, the Vegemite will find it. Ooh, it's wakes you up. But it's good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, that aside, if there's any tutorials you'd like me to attempt to do around diamond painting, if I put a list of 3 big ones up I want to try for that month, have audience vote on which ones I do, anything like that, let me know what would keep you interested as my viewer and what you would be interested in seeing again. If they're reasonable requests, I will try my hardest to fulfill them. And as my mind works a bit weirder than a lot of people, it's going to be hard to work out what a reasonable request is for me. So good luck with that. My main areas that I cover, again, are diamond painting, cross stitch, adult colouring, occasional resins, but I also do have some paper theatres to make, some little puzzles I like to do, and miniature rooms to build. So anything in that sort of realm. But even if there's something completely off the cuff you'd like to see me try and do. Things I can't do or I'm not very good at doing is cooking, housework, and exercise. So yeah, keep those ones out of your mind. So anyway, I will stop talking at this point here. Let the rest of my WIP play out, and at the end I will come back and show you the finished product. And here she is all finished. Okay, that will be it for this video. Thank you to everybody for watching. If this is your first time stumbling across my channel, please consider subscribing. Everybody hit that like button and leave a comment down below. I've given you lots of questions to answer throughout this video, so let me hear your answers. Anyway, everybody, no matter where you are, please stay safe, stay weird, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.